Hello, it's Anthony here from Greenfeet, and thanks for joining us today. We're just on our way out to a customer that rang in the last day or so that had a problem with their Automower. The Automower was saying no loop signal, which in normal terms it means that there's a break somewhere in the cable. Now, we did ask the question, was the blue light flashing on the docking station, and she says it is, so more than likely it's a break. But sometimes when you go out to a situation where there's no loop signal, you can have it that there's probably a problem with the transformer or the low voltage cable, and the odd time you can have a problem with the little board inside in the docking station. But more than likely I'd say it's a break in the cable. So we're on our way out there now just to check it out for have a look. So we're here on site, and the first thing we're going to do is go and check the charging station. Obviously the lights flashing blue, so it means more than likely there's a break in the cable, or it could be a problem with the board in the charging station, or indeed the transformer or the low voltage cable. So let's go now and check it out. So we've done a circuit check here on the back with this little device here, and we've picked up that we have continuity. So that writes off the fact that there's any damage in our main board here on the charging station, or indeed the low voltage cable or the transformer. So there's certainly a break. So by just crossing one of our guides across onto the boundary, we know that the break is on the left hand side going out. So the break is somewhere on the boundary on the left hand side between here and where it meets the guide in the centre of the lawn at the farthest point out. So now we know that the break is on the left hand side of the wire installation. So now we're going to set up our little device here and go out along the line and find exactly where that break is. So by crossing our guide over to our boundary, we know that this side is intact, everything's okay on this side, our break is out on this side. So the next thing we're going to do is just remove this little clip and just expose the bare end of the wire here, just like so. So then we get our cable detector here. So what we do is we turn this fella over onto tone. We pop on our red clip on this side, and then on the other side we'll just earth the black fella. So we'll just earth the black side. Now we'll get our finding device, which we should get a beeping noise when we're touching the cable like so. So the idea now is we go out maybe 20 meters, we find the boundary wire and we touch it. If we get that beeping noise, we know we have a signal back to here. So we stay going until a point where we don't get the noise, and then we work our way back to find the break. So as I said, we'll come out our 20 meters. So we're just gonna, with a blunt flathead screwdriver, whatever you're doing, when you're looking for the wire, make sure you're having a sharp object, because obviously when you start tearing the ground, you could cut the wire. So just something fairly blunt, and just gently, just pluck at the top of the ground, nice and gentle, because the wire is down, and we know on the boundary that our wire is somewhere maybe 10 to 12 inches from the edge. So just kind of work 10 to 12 inches back from the edge, nice and gentle, until you find the wire. Just have it found there just at that. So we just open the ground here a little, and there we see our wire. We know we have our wire here, so it's a matter of just getting our little testing device. So we've moved on, and this is our third attempt. We're probably out a good 70 meters from the charging station, and everything was good to the last. So we moved on again. So we're just going to give another test here and see. So just when you're finding the wires, the thing is just to tear the top of the grass, just tear through that thatch line of the grass and just get down in contact with the soil, and then go nice and gentle, the flat end of the screwdriver down, and you'll just, there we are, just feel the wire there just ticking. So open up the ground and we'll just expose that wire. So the idea is get that wire, just get up away from the soil, so that when you touch it with your tester you get a nice clear signal. So yeah, we're good, we still have a nice clear beep. So we'll move on again, another 20 meters. On we go, same process again, just find the wire, nice and gentle. Oh, here we go. There's a nice clean break. It's not often you'll fall so close, but if I just look closely here, you can just see there's a spade cut here. So it's virtually impossible to see that till you're down on the ground as close to it, but basically there's the break, and that's the spade line. So there may be more than one of these, just depends on how many times. There was a fellow working edging in here a day or two ago, so probably more than likely there may be the only one, or there could be more of them. So we'll just have to join this up carry on or go back to the charging station and see have we a green light, so we'll know then that the brake is fixed. So now that we've found our brake, we just have pulled it up and you can see our nice clean spade cut here. So what we're going to do is just pull back the wire a little each side, and we're just going to widen that up a little bit more. And I don't want you feeling it was me done this, because you see this sharp object. I promise you it wasn't. But more often than not, we go out to fix brakes and you say to the customer, was anybody working on the lawn? They say he was, but he wasn't near that area, he didn't. And 9 out of 10 times you'll always find a nice spade, shovel or some sort of a garden tool after cutting through. So now we've just cleaned both ends of the wire, and obviously they're not going to reach one another. So what we're going to need here is 2 of the proper recommended joiners. So what we're going to do is we have to just put in a piece of wire just to fill the little gap that's going to be there. So we just push that right through like so, and we get this end and do the very same thing. So you just push them right the way up until you see the green on the top on each side. So then we just get our pliers and just give it a good firm squeeze. And what's inside there is little metal spades just in there. And what happens when you squeeze that down, it just cuts the wire, so it makes a nice connection, and it's in a little silicone bat, so it's waterproof after. So we just do the same here on this side. Just pop that fella up. You see the green, the top, the green wire right up the top. And the same on this side. And again, just give it a nice squeeze. So at that point, we're going to go back to the charging station. We just took this away now nice and tight, nice and tidy. So we'll just get these fellas, and always just have a tendency, just put those joiners when you're doing it, just leave the joiners that they're facing up, so the water can't penetrate them, so there's no moisture going to be getting in there. So we'll go back to the charging station, see have we a green light. If we have, the job is also, the wire is fixed. So we just come back to the charging station. So we're just going to take off our little cable brake finder and just put back on our little connector again on the back of the charging station, and just put all back together. And when we have all back together, hopefully we should have a green light, and if we do, it means that's our fix completed. So we're just going to check the front of the station. Voila, that's it, brake fixed. Thanks for watching. If you've any problems with your Automower, if you have problems where you see a blue light flashing, don't forget to call us on 1890 252 778 or check out greenfeet.ie. Talk to you the next time.